Counter trading is very risky, to be honest, because some days it might hold. Though even your best strategy following towards the trend, some days it might still not hold and you will make losses. But I don't know, but towards me, counter trading is like digging a pit hole for yourself, because some days you might win big and you'll be like, yeah, this normally works. Let me skip a little bit, let me counter trend a little bit to make money off from the market. And probably on that very good day, you saw a very nice pattern that work towards your own entry, that has already fit in your trading plan, the rest of them, if not counter trading on low.
Just a quick pause before we get into this. Trading can be intense, and staying mindful during your session matters so much. That's why I created and am sharing a free 3-part audio experience that's helped me deeply. 1 for starting your day with calm intention, 1 to stay centered while you trade, and 1 to wind down with grace when it's time to stop. These tracks are yours. Just click the link in the description. Hey, welcome back. Here at the Market Mamas podcast, I cover a wide range of topics from the intricacies of day trading to mindset mastery and psychological growth, with the goal of the conversations being next level growth for all of us. My name is Becky, and I'm a US-based futures day trader from the Pacific Northwest. My trading experience includes trading stocks, options, crypto, and futures, with both trading a personal account as well as with prop funding companies. Over time, I found that I most enjoy the fast-paced world of intraday futures trading, so that is my primary day trading focus now. Thank you for joining me on the Market Mamas podcast today. Hey guys, welcome back to Market Mamas. And today I have another guest interview with you guys, and someone who trades for quite a few years and is from Nigeria and has such a wealth of knowledge and trades a little differently than me. And so I'm so excited to hear about his trading journey and the way that he trades and the best tips that have helped him kind of get more consistent with his trading as well. So Victor, welcome onto the show, and I'm so glad you're here with me today.
Thank you for such fun invitation. I deeply appreciate it. I'm glad to be with you today.
I really like talking to other traders, especially traders that trade slightly different than me, because we can all learn from each other. And you trade Forex, right? I just trade futures, so I don't know the Forex market very well.
I trade Forex market, and it has been for quite a years I started trading Forex markets, and to be very honest with you, it's almost similar with the future market, just a little bit slight differences due to the lot size and the rest of them. But based on structure, analysis, fundamentals, and the what have you, all of them are still the same thing. It's just a slight difference between the lot size and the leverage. That's what differentiates between future trading and Forex trading. But truth be told, the two are the same.
It makes sense when I look at the charts. They move similarly, and I could see how I could apply support and resistance and the ways that it moves very similar to what I do. I just haven't yet, but it's a nice market.
It is a very nice market, and the honest truth about it is that the algorithm between the Forex and the future market is almost the same thing. There's no much big differences about it, if not for the leverage, the lot size, and the rest, and the what have you. And you should know that each pair or each currency has its own pattern of movements. So I believe that's a little bit similarity between the Forex and the future market. And another big difference is I can talk about when it comes to the Forex and the future markets based on fundamentals. When it comes to the future markets as it stands, back in 2021 when I was trading futures, I can vividly say that future market is solely based on fundamentals. Each coin normally spikes high. Maybe probably there is a news towards it, or they're listing it, or they always have sentimental reasons for any coins to spike or to move periodically. But when it comes to the Forex markets, it doesn't go that way. Forex has to do with day-to-day trading of different currency that has to do with the intra-trade trading of currency that has to do with the world. So it's both on fundamentals and non on fundamentals. It's normally move periodically. So that's the difference between the Forex and the futures. A little bit different.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. How did you get into trading?
I don't know how to talk about that, but if I should say, back when I was still in my third age, I do see the advertisements pops out on television, phones, and I love the way someone will just sit down on his seat and analyze and do all these things and make money up from it. That's where I got the passion. I was like, I will do this thing one year now, know how it goes. So when I started growing a little bit younger, I saw a friend of mine doing that. Then I had to ask questions towards it. He narrated and gave me a little bit. He paraphrased on what Forex is all about and the rest of him. So I log into YouTube That's where my journey started as a trader. After series of um, losses and the rest of them, I thought of quitting. To be very honest with you, I'll be very frank with you on this journey. I thought of ending the journey because it doesn't seem like what I was told or what I normally see on advertisements. They do showcase the easy aspect of it in advertisements, or they will show you how you made withdrawals and a little while you have made huge amount of money. So I thought it was that good. They sugarcoat the words so much that I thought it was that easy for one to make money off from the market that way. I never knew that, the market itself is designed to take money off from you, not you even making money from it. It's just like you need to get smarter for you to make money off from the market. So during those process, I stayed in the YouTube after the series of loss and I thought of quitting. I at some point, due to the obsessity I have over the forex market, I had to go and save up money to look for a mentor. That's how the journey started, and thank God we're here.
I appreciate your candidness with it, because I think everyone, when they first start, they realize it's actually harder than it looks. And there is a lot of like advertisement that's easy. It's quick, easy money. You just have to sit at your computer and learn these 3 simple steps to making a millions. It's not like, it's hard.
Very hard, honestly. At the start, it's very, very hard, to be very honest. If not that I'm obsessed with the forex market entirely, I thought of quitting. Not I thought of quitting, I nearly quitted. But at some point, I was like, no, quitting is losing. I need to get it up. I need to get it up. I need to get it right. We are here. And I'm grateful for that decision I made then.
How long have you been training for?
Intentionally 4 years plus now, but if I should say, I'll say it's 5 years now, but intentionally 4 years plus now from when I paid for my mentorship. So yeah.
I think when you're beginning and you're just seeing what's out there and we don't even know what we don't know, that's just like dabbling and learning about the potential and the risk. But once you really start learning, that's when you can start developing a strategy and learning how you can read the markets in a way that speaks to you.
Yeah. That was the honest truth. Initial time I was just gazing, I was trading based on random thoughts, based on random feelings, emotional attachment, and the rest of them. But at a certain point, I was really in for it. I had to develop my own strategy. I had to understand myself very well, how to master myself, because first thing first, for you to get trading right, you need to know yourself first, because you are the biggest instrument to the market. The market is always passive. You are the one to activate the market. From the passiveness of the market and the activeness of you, then you execute, then you make money off from the market. So at the initial time, I was randomly trading based on emotion, feelings, and greed. Human traits, it was totally attached to me then. So when I made a series of losses and the rest of them, I had to calm my nerves down and talk to myself and talk sense into my head that, I needed this thing. I needed to do it in a rightful way. So I followed it simultaneously and sequentially, developed my own strategy. To be very honest with you, even when developing the strategy, I felt countless of times. I even thought that, the strategy wasn't making sense to me, because it was even during the bad season that the market was consolidating much that I was intense to develop a strategy that's worked for me. So it wasn't that easy for me while developing the strategy. I lost huge amounts of funds then, but I gave it a head on. I kept on moving, and the strategy starts. I understood the weak points, the forks, and the strategy. I developed it sequentially and in the rightful manner towards my trading approach, and in a way that it will align with my trading plan.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. When I started trading, someone told me also that if I get a successful strategy, it doesn't mean it's going to work always. When the market cycles and we get different types of markets, that your strategy may not work anymore, and you'll have to refine it through the market cycles, which I have absolutely found to be true. Bear cycles, bull cycles, and consolidation. You have to have different strategies, or at least be able to recognize that and adjust. And so I love what you said about making a successful strategy and then finding the downsides to it and adjusting. I think that's the key to longevity, is adjusting with market condition over the years.
To stay long in this market, to be very honest with you, you need to have the adaptability spirit. Like, you need to be able to adapt to the market and revolve towards the market. I do make a caption that It's either you evolve or you die. To be very honest with you, the markets change. The market itself is dynamic. So most often it do change in from each particular rhythm or from each particular structural move or structural order flow or order flow continuation to another one. So if at all you should stick to a particular strategy that you know for years, or probably maybe let me not even say strategy that you know for years. Or if particularly you should stick a particular strategy, you will often be left behind in terms of data because the market itself is data. And if you're a therapeutic human being, trust me, the markets you'll be left behind towards the market. So for you to stay long and to win bigger from in this market, you need to adapt towards the market. Follow the trend. That's what the normally says because your trend is always your friend. And if you just stick to a particular place, you'll be left behind. But if you follow the trend continuously, you make the most off from the market because the markets change due to the dynamic way of the market moves. So you need to be dynamic at times, but while being dynamic, stay towards your strategy. I don't know if you get me right. Stay towards your strategy because if you stay towards your strategy, you have the in-depth knowledge of what you are trading, what you are going for, and the way you want to get it right. So adaptability is very essential towards this market. To stay long in this market, you need to be able to adapt, to evolve towards the market, and to make the most from the market. Yeah, I remember the trend is always your friend.
Yeah, that statement, that phrase, the trend is always your friend, has weathered this time because it's so true. Like if we are in a market that's moving up and you're trying to fade that and short it, you'll lose way more than you'll win because you're fighting the momentum and the money and the energy. And so, yeah, I think that that's really valuable to kind of learn. There are sometimes you can scalp pullbacks at key levels, sure, but you have to know that you're in the counter trend move and you have to manage it as such. You can't overstay your time in those trades.
What will I say? Counter trading is very risky, to be honest, because some days it might hold. Though even your best strategy following towards the trend, some days it might still not hold and you will make losses. But I don't know, but towards me, counter trading is like digging a pit hole for yourself because some days you might win big and you'll be like, yeah, this normally works. Let me skip a little bit. Let me counter trend a little bit to make money off from the market. And probably on that very good day, you saw a very nice pattern that worked towards your own entry that has already fit in your trading plan, the rest of them, if not counter trading on load, and you might risk big on that day, or you might even lose what you have made for a couple of weeks if at all you don't know how to manage your risk properly. But if I should say, I don't think one should be advised to do it counter trading. Just better stick to the trend. It's good to scalp, yeah. You are counter trading, you scalp, you stick towards the line, make money off from the market and leave the market immediately. You don't stay off from your time. It's nice, but to avoid being drained with the mindset that, yeah, I can counter trade a little bit to make money off from the markets. It's better that you stay off from that mindset of counter trading. Just stick towards the trend. You will make money. You will make so much money off from the market than risking a little lose much. I don't know. That's my best advice to anyone.
You can make so much more money in trading with the money, and you can hold your trend longer. You can manage your risk and, snug up your stop and chase your wins instead of having to be really careful and lock out and not lose on a counter trend grab versus the bigger piece of the pie. I love that advice.
Oh, the worst part of counter trading is that it normally deals with emotion, unlike following the trend. Because when you are counter trading, you know yourself that, yeah, you are going against the trend. You'll be a little bit emotionally tortured that, yeah, this particular trade might go against you, and probably you might not even stay long towards the market to allow the market to make its normal move. Probably the market is just ranging towards your own entry, or probably the market is skipping a little bit. You might just even close your trade because counter trading normally deals with emotion very badly, unlike following the trend. When you are within the trend, you don't even feel any aspect of fear or risk that you are in a trade because you know that, yeah, you are going towards your trend and market is meant to follow the trend. And if I thought it goes south, you won't feed that horse. You know that, yeah, it is part of the game. But when you're counter trading, whenever it goes south, you will blame yourself for counter trading by doing that, you have tortured your emotion and you have even gone against your plan and the rest of that, against your trading plan, and which doesn't beautify you as a professional trader or probably as a trader you call yourself. Because if you are meant to be called a trader, you are meant to be disciplined and to stick towards your own guidelines, your own rules, and towards your own trading plan in general.
Yeah, that's really important mention about that, because if you're taking a trade that is hard and not the ideal trade, you are totally draining your psychology and your mental capital to make the most of a trade, because you're fighting essentially with this market instead of just flowing with the momentum. You're fighting it. So you're going to be stressed and anxious and fearful, and you have to tighten, and you're probably going to take a loss. And then you're going to potentially have a revenge situation, and then it just doesn't get better. But if more patience and going with the greater direction, it does absolutely help you be more calm to hold that trade. I have a question for you. What did you do when you were still fine-tuning your system that you found was the most valuable in holding steady with getting better? Like, how did you manage that time to keep getting better and not fall?
During those time, I had a friend who he's my mentor. To be very honest, he's more than like a mentor. He's like a friend, like a brother. So I talked to him towards that time. He gave me advice on to read book, The Psychology of Money. He mentioned a lot of book that I should read. That was then I fell in love with reading books. So during those time, I started reading books, a lot of books. So if after I should feel down, probably that, yeah, this market is not going towards the way I wanted it to go, and the rest of them, I would just go close the market. Though then I was developing my strategy. So most often the way I plan that, yeah, the price is meant to go towards this direction or probably
Ooh, I might have
goes
lost you
towards
here.
this end. If I thought it doesn't go that way, I would just click it off, divert back to my book, read my book, just trying to ease it out, to feel myself back and the rest of them. The more closer you stay to the charts, the more the knowledge towards the chart unfolds itself. So anytime I feel that, I'll just leave the charts, maybe play a little bit, read. Normally it's reading, to be very honest with you. I so much love reading books. Or normally it's reading, I'll just go read books, play a little bit, then come back and keep moving, keep giving hints, and it's keep getting better day by day, day by day. That's how it all started. Before I look my own strategy altogether.
There's a lot of really good books out there. I mean, the first one you mentioned was The Psychology of Money, and I read that a couple years ago as well. It's really good.
I have a lot of them: Psychology of Money, Trading Within the Zone, Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Richest Man in Babylon. A whole lot of them, a whole lot of them. That's even when I even read concerning Trading Bible and what's it called again, Charles Pattern and the rest of them. And yeah, if really you want to be a trader, you need to get better at yourself. That's when I read that book, because the book itself talks so much concerning you mastering yourself, getting to know yourself better before getting to know your child. Because the actual truth is that the trader you want to be is outside the charts, not within the charts. You need to get yourself better. You need to form the habits that you want to display in the charts. Then once you form it outside the chart, then if you should come inside the chart, you put it into an active motion for it to get better. Because the actual trader you want to be is personal, and it has to do with you getting it done within yourself, not inside the chart, rather within yourself. So the first thing first is to master yourself. That's what that book talks so much. Truth be told, I am grateful that I read that book, because I learned a whole lot from that book. That's where I learned that, yeah, for you to get it right, you need to get yourself up first. Then getting yourself up first, then you can put an action to it and you can get it right. So the book is very, very good. I even recommend it for a whole lot of traders to go get the book and help yourself.
I love reading trading books, that one included, because it's like a small conversation with a mentor. The author of the book gained a lot of knowledge that he or she put into that book. And it's like them putting their best experiences and knowledge out there. And so you're not, of course, having a one-on-one conversation with them, but you're essentially, by listening to or reading the book, you're getting a lecture from them on their most valuable tips. And so I think there's so much to gain from really good books. I mean, some people will say the only way to get good trading is to trade and experience it, and that you can't learn how to trade from a book. But I would argue that it absolutely is very helpful to also read books, because they're teaching you in the books what has helped them be very strong traders. And then you can practice that on your charts in your trading. They can just help contribute to your knowledge, which is required to be a really good trader, is soaking up knowledge from people who know more than you.
A whole lot of mentors have actually said or advised people based on frustration, and yeah, they'll call it an experience. That's why most traders will be like, yeah, you get it right through experience. But the actual truth is that uh, reading books or reading trading books will collapse a lot of years of confusion. You will first of all get the actual information right, then you practice it, you learn better through the experience. But if I thought you wanted to go all in, zero knowledge, zero, you being ignorant concerning what trading is all about and venture into trading, you will lose a whole lot. And probably you might even have the fear to execute trade if you should get the information. So if I'm to advise, yeah, reading is very, very good, because one is that it will fast track your growth towards trading. It will set you apart on knowing what is right and what is wrong, or probably what doesn't work in the trading space as you, or in your trading journey, what won't work in your trading journey. And secondly is that, and thirdly is that you reading book will help you to stay away from confusion, because a whole lot of traders are into confusional conference. They don't actually know what they're doing. They're just gazing around, trading around, don't trade, and trying to execute all setup they see just to make money off from the markets, not knowing that, yeah, the market or a strategy doesn't fit or doesn't work that way. You need to get it well for it to fit your strategy, then you can execute trade. So if I'm to advise, if you should get a good book, read it. Yeah, it will surely help you to fast track your goods. It will help you save money. It will help you collapse years of confusion, and it will put you in the right path of making money. Not even making money, but building is a very sustainable strategy that will help you stay standards among different areas in the globe.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Like, building a strong strategy that you understand and can execute consistently, that has to be the priority for traders, not making the money, which I think is a misconception, especially with young traders, is they want to just make money at the charts. And I think traders when you start getting more experience, you don't think so much about the money. I don't think so much about the money anymore. I want to trade well within my strategy with a really good trade, and then the money just follows. And I think that's a little different mindset that's actually really helpful.
A whole lot of people, their mindset is just, yeah, to go inside the market to make money off from the market. 1 week in, 2 weeks out, 2 weeks on a losing strike, which doesn't make any sense. So the main idea there is to make money consistently, both in the rough days on the if actually, yeah, there are some days that you even doing it right, fitting in all your trading plans, that the market should go against you, that you might lose money on it. But at the end of the week, at least either you're on a break even, or you have an rising equity curve, or maybe probably a slight loss within the week. That's still cool. But in a long run, based on compounding and the rest of them, you should be up. That's the most important thing. Making money off from the market or being consistently profitable. That's the main point of trading, not you focusing solely on making money. Right? No. This is you focusing mainly on sticking to your plans so you can consistently make it off from the market while following what works within the markets.
Yeah, that's so important. That's really well said, because you have to be able to trade your strategy and focus on you, and not just be trading haphazardly, because the money you make from lucky wins is not sustainable. Like, the sustainable profits are from doing exactly what you said, of building a successful strategy and then working it constantly and figuring out where the holes are and how you can make it better. Do you do anything differently in your trading day to have a consistent day? Like, do you take breaks? Do you exercise or meditate, or any sort of personal behaviors that help you stay steady as you trade?
Yeah, I normally do push up. Yeah, to be very honest with you, and that has been my biggest seed of reflection. Some days I felt like, yeah, the market's dealt with me. I will just do a little push up, to regain, to feel rejuvenated, to pump back the blood to feel high again. Yeah. Though I normally do push up on a daily basis, but it has helped me to build out consistent spirit and get it done, not minding that, yeah, if you are feeling alright or you're not feeling alright, but that gets it done mindset. Yeah, so that's and some days I do go on break, vacation. Like the last week we are meant to have a discussion. I do that. Yeah, I went out to a friend's place to have a little break and chill out a little bit because staying constantly in this chat sometimes drains the brain so badly. So I was off within the midweek, yeah, just to go and chill out with my friends for a while. So that's why I couldn't keep up to our next day. So I do go on break, I read books, but I don't skip exercise. I don't actually skip it. I don't know. I fell in love with it so much that it's not a habit. It's not a lifestyle.
Yeah, I think it's powerful to have some discipline in all aspects of our lives, like you said, to make sure we're prioritizing exercise and sleep, and then some balance of social time. I think that's actually really healthy to kind of pull back the obsession with the charts a little bit and make sure you are having break days where you hang with friends.
Yeah,
Or for me, like I'll take my kids to the beach for the day and I won't trade. And so that actually keeps me steadier on the charts because my brain is balanced and gets to do other things. And it's not, it does pull it from obsession to more like it's a business. I'm a trader, that's my business, but I also have this full life also.
yeah. Trading is somehow addictive. Though it varies with individual, it varies with different persons, individual to be said generally. So, if you should stick towards the charts daily, towards the charts, sometimes you often trade outside your plan, outside your trading plan. Most times you get frustrated if at all you're not seeing anything cutting towards the chart, and you be triggered to just execute a trade, to be like, yeah, I can't sit down on the whole day and do nothing like, yeah. So I would do advise that often you leave the screen down, relax, enjoy what you have made so far, chill out with friends, read, go on break. There are life outside trading. I don't know. I don't know for that's what tells me there are life outside trading. And me, I'm planning on giving myself a little startup on building a company online that has to do with outletting, yeah, connecting different individuals on a particular project. You know, some other days maybe we can discuss about it. So this aspect is now taking me off a little bit from trading, but I still have my schedules for everything I want to do. But I'll duly advise her, yeah, once in a while, stay off from chats. It will help you to keep your mental health strong. You can make decisions sharply and easily without being influenced or without being emotionally down. So staying off from the chats helps a lot. Break is one of the biggest strengths every trader needs to understand. Break. It helps a lot because you're coming back sharper, you're coming back fully balanced, you're coming back better, you're coming back after a deep reflection of, yeah, your mistakes and your rights. You're coming back to also I would only advise that once in a while you stay off from the charts to help yourself and to think fairer and to think better.
I love that advice, that it really can be a reset, that you need to be sharper, not like it doesn't dull you by taking time away. It brings you more peace. It settles down your adrenaline and the rush of it all so that you can be more patient and focused, I feel like, when I come back from a break. So yeah, I totally agree with that sentiment. What about any advice you have for early traders? Any other thoughts that come to mind that you would tell a young trader who is still struggling?
Okay, I really have one advice that has been with me for a while. Yeah, they will do tell you that if you don't risk, you won't. If you can't, no risk, no Lambo. They normally say no risk, no Lambo. Or most often
Lambo.
people normally say that, yeah, go all in. Towards me, yeah, I would do advise that, yeah, you follow. The trading is a process. You start small, you compound your profits little by little, you grow, you increase your loss size little by little, you keep growing. These slangs or this word, go all in, I totally disagree with it, and I will give advice to traders or young traders who are still starting up that please, the best way to make money off from the market is to compound, not to risk all. Because eventually, if you should risk all and you don't have any other source of income, or probably you don't have source of funding, you might not only that, you even think of quitting. First of all, it will inspire you into being afraid to execute trade, because you start thinking of, yeah, if I should lose this amount of money again, I don't know how to get my next fund or where my next fund is coming from and the rest of them. So I would duly advise that they should take risk bit by bit, compound, scale up, grow, and become better. That's the actual truth. Don't just risk bit by bit, little by little. It gets better.
So go all in on your trading journey. Go all in on learning and studying and showing up and refining and focusing. Don't go all in on a trade, because that is never a good idea. But go all in on your journey.
You can go all in on your trading, in order to learn, in order to get better, in order to be the trader you envision for yourself. But when it comes to you executing the trade, please don't just go all in. Just take it bit by bit, compound bit by bit. Yeah, I know most times we traders, we get triggered by what we see online. People posting, yeah, they make $1,000 on a single trade, and we start feeling, yeah, we are not doing enough, that we need to do better. And most times it's due to greed and not being contented with what we have. And we will see a setup, we will be like, yeah, this is my A setup. Let me just go do it all in, and so I can post withdrawals like others. Then that day might be a bad day, and you will totally lose everything that you have made so far. Not that you'll be left depressed and regardless, because you'll be left with no direction actually, because you have actually lost all you have made, and fear will be your new home. That's your new truth. Your psychology will be totally scattered and you'll be left devastated.
Is there anything else that you want to mention? Anything that you have found to be really important for you as a growing trader?
To be say, yeah, I never talked about my challenges as a trader. What I had to pass through before I told myself, yeah, I need to get this done. The actual truth is that, earlier before now, I was trying to combine trading with business. My parents weren't supportive of the trading due to the online scams and the rest. They have been scammed online. So anything that has to do with online something to be this thing, they are not in support of it. They just believe in your fiscal business. So it wasn't that easy for me learning trading at home. So I had to leave home to go to a friend's place to squat to get it right. So my advice to upcoming traders, if truly that you are in for it and you want it right, do whatever it takes to get it right. Get hold of the information, right information, totally set you about, and it will help you to collapse years of confusion and frustration, because most traders quit due to frustration, depression, and lack of funding. So that has been one of the biggest problem of traders. That's a lot quit, and that's why statistics has made it know that 90% of traders are donors to the market. They aren't making any shit from the market. So get the right information. Do whatever it takes. When I mean do whatever it takes forcefully, not wrongfully. There is so much in the markets, to be honest with you. The money is enough to go on. So just do sequentially. Get your knowledge upright. Get yourself upright in it, and the money, or probably the freedom, not even the money, the freedom that comes with trading and the abundance will keep flowing.
There is a lot of scams on the internet globally, right? That's something that everyone has to think about, because everyone wants to take your money to give you the best thing. And online, you don't even know who the hell you're talking to sometimes.
Yeah.
And so there's risk in that. And so you mentioned a couple of times a good mentor, and I completely agree that a powerful mentor who really knows what he's doing is invaluable. I mean, my mentor, Jermaine, has been literally priceless for me, because he totally changed trading for me and taught me an incredible amount. And to have the right mentor who is worth the investment, that is transformative. But to watch for scammers and to show up and do the work, I completely agree with that. Yeah.
And secondly, is that it's one thing to get an information, it's one thing to transfer the information to the transformation of the information, because you can still get hold of the right information without we help you so far, not even helping you so far. The right information we set you in for the journey, and we help you to scale up fast or to grow fast towards the journey. So getting the right mentor, getting hold of the right information is very, very paramount towards your growth as a trader. So I don't know what can be compared towards it if at all you want to get your trading journey right fully without being tired along the way. Just get a good mentor and get hold of the right information. Sooner or later, the clarity will be on foot to you.
Yeah, and I think just experience is what has been the biggest transformative thing for me, is just literal time on the charts of trading every day and watching how it moves and seeing what trades win and what trades lose and what that can teach me. So I think that that's really powerful for me to just show up and do the work and watch her and take the lessons from live trading. And then you just get better with time. Like, just show up for the work, like you've been saying, and then it will refine you the more exposure you have and the more you just work it.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, the more time you spend on the charts, the better you become, or the more the charts gets unfold to you, because the nature has stated that you're totally being influenced by what you spend your most time with. So if you should spend heavy time on the charts, you'll get to understand the way the markets move, the way the price moves, and you'll learn how to be patient and not to know that, there's no need me forcing this trade. I just need to wait for the price to come down towards this as is. Then I will easily put in my checking if at all it suits my criteria for placing an order. Then I'll place an order. So I will even do advise that at least during on weekends, maybe on weekend you can spend a heavy time on the charts to help you get better down the charts. That's the best way to stay on this chart and to make money off from trading. Not even to make money off from trading, to master yourself better. So spending heavy time on charts is very essential.
Really good
for upcoming traders.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about how you trade and what you like to see when you're trading.
I trade pure structure, order full continuation. Though all my entries are based on FVG, fair value gap. Though I still have a little bit logic pattern, some certain things I see. I know, the market is meant to move this way. Then I had to sit in all my distance, wait for the markets to do its works. Structure has been easy, though a lot of people underestimate or underrate that what structure holds when it comes to the market. In the sense that, due to the way the market moves at times and spike at times, they do say that, structural traders, the options don't make huge money off from the market. But the actual truth is that if you should get the structure right, the market becomes easy and clearer to you, that you don't need to confuse yourself or you don't need to complicate things to know where the market is heading to, or where the price is heading to. You just need to understand your zones, your key levels, know where the price is coming from. That's most important. You need to understand the chart. Once you open the chart, first thing first is, where is the price coming from and where is the price going? Once you see it, you can't unsee it again. Like, once you get it, you can't get rid of it. I don't know if you understand. Know where the price is coming from and where the price is going. So at the early stage I was building my strategy, the normal thing I normally do is, once I open my chart, I'll be like, I'll call myself, I'll be like, hey, Victor, where is this price coming from and where is this price going to? It gives me a clearer view of, understanding the order flow or the hierarchy of movements towards the chart. Then I'll go down into knowing the key levels, the zones, the major zones that price is meant to respect. Towards that criteria, I know my entry model, I look for AVG towards that aspect, sit in my orders and leave the market to do the rest. I don't even put much stress on it. In less than 5 minutes, I'm done analyzing. 5 minutes is too much. In less than 3 minutes, I'm done analyzing and leave the market to do its own work. So I do give traders an advice that, don't complicate the strategy. You just need to, they do say that a man who practices one skill 1,000 times than one who practices different skill 1,000,000 times. So I would do advise that, you get it in, this is what I do. Make it clear. The more simple it becomes, the more easy for you to know what you want and know what doesn't work with what you are seeing within the chart. That's the little advice I can give. Simplicity is the cheat code when it comes to analyzing charts. Just make it simple and easy. Everything becomes clarity.
That's really good because you're right. Like you can learn a system for value gaps and supply and resistance and where the level is likely to move based on some data. But yeah, I love what you said about once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you start to see it more quicker and you can execute on it faster each time you see it because it becomes more intuitive. You can see the setup coming. You can anticipate what she'll do when you get to a certain resistance or support. And then
Yeah.
you can just get better at executing and you can start leveraging up by the nature of seeing your system every day in some manner and learning it. That's so good.
Yeah. Even during that process, it's give you the mindset of you're even increasing your risk because you have seen it worked out repeatedly countless of times. Yeah. Though no particular setup is certain, but in a straight 5 rows consecutive times, I believe 3 or 4 should work out. So if I thought you should increase your risk on in a straight 5 rows, I believe you'll be up a huge amount of money from it. So just keep it simple. Everything becomes easy. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, and you start seeing it quickly, easy, and chart is very, very, very simple to understand. It's just that we are always in haste to make West, and we complicate things for ourselves as traders. We are always in haste to make West, and we complicate things for ourselves. So if we can just keep it simple, know what we want, go into the charts, look for what we want. We don't see it, we stay off. If you see it, you execute. If you don't see it, just be on the lookout. Give it time. Yeah, it might not surface that day, probably the next day, even on the third day. Just be on the lookout and hold on to it. Once you come, you do it sharply with no hairs or no emotional entanglements on it, and everything goes smoothly and high rewarding.
Yeah, that's really good advice about building your strategy and being able to recognize it quicker and not overcomplicate it. Because I find that for me, like if I try to complicate something and look at everything, well, this could happen, then you're going to miss what's happening right in front of you with the candle pattern right there on your chart.
Yeah, not even that you are going to forget about what actually happened. Just that most times you even forget that this is the way to walk towards the chart. You'll be emotionally attached to the chart. That everything you see within the chart is a movement, which most times some are just noise. Yeah, so complicating has done more harm to traders than keeping things simple. So I do advise traders to just keep it simple and clear. Everything becomes easier. Honestly.
Yeah.
To be very honest with you, most times if I should go on break, I should stay up from the charts. Sometimes I do feel like something within me is missing. I'll just quickly just open the chart, just paraphrase on it without executing anything, just go back just to feel right, because I'm that addictive to it. It's that I've been obsessed with it. I so much love it. Right from my 38, so it has just been that.
I think that you can be obsessed and not be addicted. I think it is a fine line and you have to be careful with it. But obsession is how people become experts, like really digging into a thing and thinking about it night and day and studying it and pursuing advanced mentors. Like that makes you really good over time. I think the key with that is to not totally burn yourself out, though, and to not make it toxic, which is a fine line, and it's great for everyone what is toxic and what is just really hard work. And so I think it's okay to be obsessed. I definitely was obsessed for a long time and still kind of am. I've literally created a podcast about trading because I love it so much and it's such a part of my life now. But I think the balance to that for me is to also have hobbies and get exercise and spend time with my loved ones. And for me, that gives me the balance in my mind and in my heart of it's not all charts all the time.
Yeah. They do say that no trading is part of trading. No trading is part of trading. In to my own best of knowledge, is like you're not executing the trade, but still being within the charts. I don't know if you understood it from your own end that way. So being obsessed doesn't mean that you are meant to be addictive towards the charts. You can be obsessed and not being addictive. You can be obsessed. You being obsessed gives you the quirks to know more. To become better, to grow better, to scale up as a trader. and to make quicker and better decision to execute a particular trade on a particular destination. So I would do advise traders are meant to be obsessed, but because if I thought you aren't obsessed, I don't think during the hard times, that the roller coaster that comes with trading is crazy. Honestly, it did make a lot of people go gaga towards it. So I do advise you be a little bit obsessed with it. It will help you to fast track your goods to be a better trader and to do the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the midst of it, still find a way to balance yourself out from trading, because that's very important. That's very sacrosanct, because if you can't balance yourself out from trading, you'll get burnout and you might eventually lose everything you have made so far in trading. So know how to strike your balance within trading and outside trading. There is a whole lot of life to live outside trading, outside the charts.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, is to have that balance. And that no trade is a trade. And what you said there a few minutes ago about your strategy, know what you're looking for in a given day when you're approaching your trading day. Know what a good setup is, what your best setup is, what it would look like. And when you see it, execute. But if you don't see it, no trade. Like if it's not doing what you anticipated and you don't fully understand why it's doing something different, you definitely don't need to be trading that, because it wasn't what you thought might happen. So then you need to step back and just watch and learn instead of monkey around and risk your money.
Yeah. That's how a trader or a disciplined trader needs to stay afloat during some hard times during trading, and the rest once you open the charts, you look for what you want, your criteria, your bias, your conflicts. If you see it, execute on second guess. If peradventure you should second guess a particular setup, towards my own end, I will just totally leave the setup. I don't second guess. Any second guess setup is no trade for me. So if it doesn't work, to me, it doesn't work. I don't need to force it to work out. Yeah, I might just leave it on the lookout. Later on, I'll come and back test on it, try to find out reasons towards this particular setup and towards this particular movement in the price. Was me to second guess a trade and to execute that trade, even to list little amounts on it. I won't totally venture into such. So a second guessing trade is enough for me. So if I don't see what I want, I'm totally out from the charts. If I'm not confident enough in what I want, I don't execute that particular order or that particular trade. So not trading is part of trading, and it's very important that every trader needs to learn that, because if you're always obsessed to execute a trade, you often lose much. In the sense that, you wanted to know if I thought it would actually work out, and it didn't work out. That trading, the worst part of trading is that the market doesn't forgive, doesn't pity. You made a mistake, let me just overlook it. No, any single mistake, you pay with your die, you pay with your money, you pay with dollars. So it's very important that you stay off from such mistakes of second guessing or probably not knowing what you are doing, and how to be better and to make the most.
Yeah, that's a great tip for sure. I really appreciate that, because I think, honestly, for me, I got a better equity curve. I started making more money more consistently when I took less trades, like way less trades. I wouldn't entertain every maybe trade, but instead I dialed in my system and I took only my best trades, or I didn't trade, which doesn't happen all that often, but avoiding any trade. Most of my trades that are like I'm lukewarm on, if I just don't take those and I just trade my absolute best setups, I'll still lose some, but definitely I became much more consistent when that became my approach to my trading, is to only risk it when I saw a really good setup.
So still on that, it still give you that mindset of, do it, you don't venture into second guessing, because this particular setup doesn't work for you, or probably it doesn't fit your criteria. You just stay off. That's why I do advise if it doesn't suit, don't just force it. Don't just second guess. Don't just give it a try. Just be on the lookout. There are millions of opportunities out there. The markets keep moving. The most beautiful aspect of this market is that it can't stop just moving. It keep moving. It's either you run out of funds to flow with the market, or you just stay on the lookout to know what's best that comes with the movement of the market or with the movement of the price. So I do advise that, yeah, rather than you run out of funds, just be on the lookout, gather the knowledge very well, and execute properly. Trust me, you actually stand out from others.
How do you foresee your future as a trader? You just want to keep getting better? Do you want to trade different markets? You want to leverage up? Like, where are you going in your journey?
If you remember, I told you I even open up a startup that has to do with colliding two people from different niche to meet each other. Yeah, it has a scheme of like athletes, but not what it is meant to be. But and secondly, is that when it comes to trading, I'm planning on scaling up in a bigger way. Yeah, although I thought of having an office for a physical class and the rest of them, and to combine it with another business. I think that should be another plans for a years ahead, and not now because I'm still dealing with this particular startup I'm working in. So I don't want to multitask myself too much and work less. So I just want to build it up very well. Then I'll delegate it on someone to help me watch over when I'm in the startup. Then I'll increase my trading capacity or my trading journey, my trading or what have you, and in terms of popularity, fame, and the rest of them to get the most of from trading. And I was even thinking of me starting up or building this kind of podcast that you did, a TV show for people to come here, learn what trading is all about, learn from other traders, their experience, what they have seen, their challenges, what they faced before they become profitable. So I through that to help a whole lot of traders to escape some certain dangers that comes with trading with zero knowledge or trading out of random emotion or random thoughts. So that's for my future for now, and some still unclose.
Okay, great. That's wonderful. Anything else you want to add about what you might want to tell other traders that are listening today?
My advice to other traders, no matter what, yeah, don't compare yourself with someone else. Don't ever compare your journey with some other traders, because it is very, very important to understand that trading is a personal journey, a journey of self-discovering. You discover who you are, what you're made of, and you get better with it. Your own comparison should be about your previous day, how to get better of the previous months, the previous years, and to be a better trader. Don't ever compare your journey with others. What is still good for you to be a little bit anxious to be like others, or to be a little bit greedy to be like others, because it will spike up the mindset of, yeah, you need to learn fast, or you need to fast track your growth through learning from others and the rest. But don't ever compare or compete with other traders. Just know that it is a personal journey, that you can still push that actual withdrawal they are pushing through compounding. If you should stick towards your training plan, you compound, you increase your lot size, you scale up, and you get better. And the last of it all is that whenever you should get the money you want in trading, don't think twice to scale up. Yeah, because a lot of traders has that mindset of, yeah, 5k dollars is a big amount of money. So once they hit that particular amount, they are out from a trade. They don't think of going bigger and the rest of them. So just know that you can do much number more than that. You can do better than that. You're actually doing good, but you can do better if you really want to. The most important thing is to know that, yeah, you can actually do whatever you want to do if you really want to. The question there is, do you really want to get it done? It's impossible for you to say that you can't do a particular choice or a particular work when it comes to trade, or you can't attain to a particular height. Just have the mindset of getting it done. You can actually outwork yourself and be the most. So don't compete with anyone. Understand yourself. Know it's a personal journey.
That's really good. I think not comparing to others is so powerful. Like, let it just be yours and let it work with you and grow as you are ready and are growing as a trader. Then you can grow your account size, and like wishing you had what someone else has in terms of profits is not going to get you there.
It might even trigger you to go and risk higher to lose all, because sometimes you might even be on a very good trade but due to you are risking more than your emotion can control or more than your psychology can control at that particular point in time, and maybe the market or the price is ranging within your entries, you just go and close the trade, lose little amounts. Later on, the market will spike towards your own precision, and you will feel so pained, emotionally downcasted, and the rest of them. So it's better that you just stay within your own range and scale up bit by bit, bit by bit.
Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate all of your words of wisdom and advice and hearing about how you've grown up as a trader. I really appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure. I really appreciate you so much for you inviting me to this space. And for the countless times my network breakdown, you still head back to hold on to it. I deeply appreciate it. I thank you for your word of advice too, because you say something that, I will really like to go with. You remember I said that, in trading, you need to understand yourself. You won't see it first before I then nurture the way of you mastering what trading is all about and the rest of them. So I believe other traders out there should get it right that, the most important part of trading is to master yourself first before the market. Because you can still master the market and yourself will manipulate towards what you think that you know and you get everything wrong. So get yourself first. I believe everything will surely flow sequential and in a proper way.
All right. Well, I think that you're actually a wealth of knowledge, and I really like the reason this came about is I was following you on LinkedIn, and I really love what you post, and you have such inspiring and educational information that you offer regularly on your platforms. So I want people to find you and be able to learn with you. So we'll link all of your information in the description below this so people can find you directly and connect with you if you want as well. So definitely look him up, you guys. He's been, I pursued him to come on the show because I really appreciate someone who speaks so wisely of the market and trading and wants to inspire others to do better. And that's totally your energy. So I'm happy to have you.
I'm happy to stay with you and to talk with you today. I appreciate many thanks there.
All right, we'll let you guys go for this episode, but happy trading, everyone, and take care.